politics for me is not anything that I ever grew up thinking that I was ever going to do. It's something that I feel I've been sort of pushed into. I've got an 18-year-old boy that just left the school system. I've also got a 1-year-old that's about to walk into the school system. And what that's given me is, one, a sense of urgency because I've got a new kid coming into the system, and two, I've seen the problems with the system because of the experience that I've had, and that's with the educational system. But at the same time, what I've also seen in my workplace is a big, deep problem with the health system in this country. And in general, what I've noticed is that all the problems that we find with the Australian health system is generally been because big pharmas had their hands pushing regulations or pushing studies one way or another. But it's been a conflict of interest by big pharma in regards to all the protocols that we do in medicine today, which is the reason why integrative medicine is just not considered as a proper thing. Where we're in the business today of just having medicine for the sick as opposed to actually preventing people from getting sick. But what's worst of all, in Australia, when people get sick, they don't always have the same availability that's available for other people around the world. There's a lot of treatments in Australia that we are not allowed to do here, solely for the basis there's a specific regulation for no real reason, just a regulation that the government decided to turn up one day and say, now we have to do this. And that happens quite regularly. And the sad thing is, I've noticed the Australian public doesn't actually know that occurs. And it's too late when you have a family friend or a family member that comes into the doctor and they get a bad diagnosis, and all of a sudden they've got to treat themselves, and they find out that the majority of the treatments that actually do work for them, they're not allowed to do because the government banned them from doing so. So those are the two main reasons that I decided to walk into politics, because I've seen that if no one's actually saying anything about this, then nothing's ever going to get done. And I see that's a very big issue for me personally. I feel that education and health are probably the most two important things that we need to worry about in our society today.